Hey, Candies, happy Monday night. I know nobody signed up for tonight's Monday Fit Tips, but I'm going to give them to you anyway. So hopefully you guys can listen to them in playback. Just an idea I had to kind of really help you guys, motivate you. You guys are working so hard with your fitness. Definitely want to support that and just help you take it up a level. Go Colleen, go girl. And the surveys are out, so I'm so excited that they're already starting to come back. Someone mentioned they want to see more recipes, so we can definitely do that. But don't forget, on the client portal, we have put recipes, our favorite recipes up there, and some ideas up there as well. So don't forget that. Nutrition, that is a separate, component of iCandy. We have the Transformation U program and the private health coaching, and that's where we dive a lot more into nutrition. But on that client portal, you're going to find meal plans, and you're going to find recipes as well at your fingertips. But I can definitely try to do a call with some tips, maybe some food planning tips and some food prepping tips. But whoever asks me for recipes, if you don't mind elaborating on that so I can make sure you get what you need. All right. And then there were some other really good ideas that came in. So keep them coming. Keep this feedback coming. Again, the goal is to motivate you guys with your fitness component. The nutrition component is a different program. But for members, oh my gosh, it's like so reasonable. It's like really, really cheap to add that little extra component on and get insane nutrition support. And it really is insane. Like you get the meal plan, you get a ton of support. It's life coaching and health coaching. So definitely check it out. It's an incredible program, Transformation U. So this is what motivated me, because you guys, again, as I said, are putting so much effort into your workouts. So I know you want to make sure every effort possible, everything is being done to make sure that you're maximizing your efforts. Like we don't want to be undoing all of our hard work. We don't want to be spinning our wheels. And sometimes you're actually doing that, without these little missing pieces that we're going to talk about today. Sometimes you actually make the situation worse instead of better. So we are going to just, go through that real quick. So it's not just a proper warm up, and it's not just the after workout stretching. All right. We need to, do the eating part of it, because that is what's going to give your body the energy it needs for the workout, and then the proper recovery afterwards, and of course promote that muscle building. So you want to have whatever daily meal it is at least an hour before your workout. You want it in your system. There will be, your body's going to use that for other things, but there'll be some left for your workout as well, but at least an hour before, because you want to make sure it's also digested. So if it's breakfast or if it's lunch, like whatever meal is, closest to your workout, you want to make sure that that has been at least an hour before. And we will talk about, when you're doing those early morning workouts, what to do. So skipping food at all, can really negatively affect how you feel during your workout, and it can cause your body to store fat. The body is super innate. And, Colleen, you're in our Transformation Masters program, so you've probably heard me talk about this. So it's so weird. So the body is not as smart as we think it is. It's so smart how it works and everything else. But when you haven't given it food, it kind of goes back to the old caveman days where it thinks that there is no food available at all. It doesn't know that you're going to be eating it a little bit later, or that you just had a tough day. The body does not know that. So immediately, it'll go into this starvation mode. And what it does is it's going to put walls up and protect those fat cells. All right, so it's going to cherish those fat cells, and it's going to do all it can to store more fat cells. So that's what your body kind of stores. And then what is it going to eat? It's going to eat the muscle. The muscle is the premium fuel. That is, what the body is going to go for. And that's why, like, people with anorexia start having heart issues, because the heart is a muscle. So we don't want that to happen, right? We want our body to know that it will be, nourished and fueled up for the workout. You can work out, on an empty system and, eat afterwards. I just strongly don't recommend it. Beyond the way how you feel during a workout, it really is detrimental to your results and, what you're trying to do. So the early morning workout, as I mentioned, I would tell you a little suggestion. So like a protein shake would be good, or or like a piece of Ezekiel bread or an apple with just some almond butter or some peanut butter. If you could do like Ezekiel bread with a little bit of peanut butter and some bananas, like that's going to go down easy. And if you can, like at least a half hour before your workout, because again, you want to get it digested. We can't do huge oatmeal or a huge meal if it, you don't have that full hour, but something like a protein shake is going to go down and be a lot digested easier, or the toast. And you guys know I don't recommend processed carbohydrates typically, but like the Mary's crackers or the Ezekiel bread is going to be okay. So again, that could be kind of like your pre-workout and get something in your system beforehand. And again, it's something that is going to go down easy if you don't have that hour, to eat before the workout. The pre-workout is so important. And I want you guys to try this. I know a few of you have, taken my dare when I share this with you guys. Do a workout, with a piece of fruit before or a vegetable beforehand, and then don't have it and do the workout, and you will feel vastly different. It does fill you up. I like doing a protein shake, and my latest little, I still do the Revive shakes, but I do the smoothie, and today I drink the whole thing, but normally I drink half before and half after. So I actually put a little bit of oats in it when it is like going to be a more cardio workout. But fruit, I put my greens powder in there, and I put my protein powder in there. So half before and half after. The more important component pre-workout is that complex carbohydrate. That is going to be so important. If you're doing a strength workout, to have that complex carbohydrate, that's fruit or vegetable, not a refined carbohydrate, not the bread and the pasta. Pre-workout, always. But if you're also doing strength training, just a little protein, maybe a half-boiled egg or some rolled up pieces of turkey, or some nuts will definitely make a difference. So again, I like to do the smoothie half before and half after. I've been putting ginger and a little bit of pineapple juice, and then I've been putting maca powder in my protein shakes. Green tea, you don't have the sugar crashes from. So you need to do that at least a half hour before as well. But the maca powder is ground up concentrated green tea, so that gives me a little extra zing for my workouts. If you didn't notice, some days I'm really zinging. There's the days that I have some maca powder, but it's at least a half hour before the workout. So again, make sure you have that complex carbohydrate. That is the most beautiful pre-workout you could ever have. If it's a strength training day, add a little protein with that. And again, having a little caffeine, I recommend more so green tea because you don't have that sugar crash after. You get all the antioxidants, and you don't have that acidity like coffee does. So carbs are really going to give you what you need to rock that workout. So when you eat it, it's going to break down into glucose, and that enters your muscle cells and gives you the power that you need to exercise at maximum capacity. Your muscles store glucose. It is so interesting in the form of glycogen. And it's so weird because while your body's working out, it's going to dip into those reserves. And so, while you're kicking booty, it's kind of getting a little and getting a little. So that's where having that complex carbohydrate right before is going to make the difference. Or actually, I'm sorry, like 15 minutes to a half hour before, because you want it actually in your system. And then you'll have that extra glucose on hand to replenish your glycogen storage. So that is in a nutshell how it happens. But you're going to find out that every body is different. So, glycemic load is a whole nother conversation. Again, we do that a little bit more. And Colleen, you'll be getting that in the Transformation Masters program. But glycemic load is basically how long, so the sugars in the fruit, how long basically it's going to stay in your system, or the vegetables. It's super interesting. So you can look at a glycemic index and see what the glycemic load is. And some people will need a longer load, like they'll need to be able to have that energy flow long in the workout. Stay with me here, all right? And some people need a quick burst of energy in their workouts. So you want to try different things, maybe watermelon or carrots, and see how you feel. A lot of this process is connecting with ourselves and taking control of our lives. For so long, media has been controlling how you feel and what you do. And now it's time for you to take control. So definitely try, different varieties of fruits and vegetables. Learn, if you can, take it a step further and learn about that glycemic index and see, is it something with a higher glycemic load that's really rocking your workouts, or something with a lower glycemic load that is helping you. It's really, really interesting. And as I mentioned again, don't forget on strength training days to add a little bit of protein with that complex carbohydrate. So when we're working out, we're causing little small tears in our muscle fibers, and this is a good thing. I promise you, it's a good thing. And then when your body rests, your body is going to sit there and repair, and when it does, it's going to be even sexier and stronger muscles, so that the fibers get even stronger every single time. And again, it's a process, and as you continue to do it consistently, that is how you build that muscle, and it gets sexier and sexier and more defined and more defined. But your body needs protein to make that happen. It also needs water. So it's not just storing up the glycogen to get you through the workout, it's then helping your body with the repair. So that is why you then need protein post workout. And some of these cardio routines are going to get a little bit of, the muscle shredding happening, and then the rebuild happening. We obviously need that consistency. You want that 24 hours in between your strength classes to really let that body repair itself. It is so key to your success. So after the workout, it's going to help you replace the calories that you used up, so the body doesn't go into starvation mode, and it's going to help you really maximize that workout to build the muscle and let the muscle recovery happen. So the starvation mode, it's you're fatigued out. More than likely, you're going to end up with low blood sugar. And the other thing that will typically happen is when you're in that starvation mode later on, you're going to be wanting to eat everything in sight. So that's really why we want to be, consistent with getting in this post meal, post workout. Thank you. My watch is going off the alarm, and for some reason it distracted me because I'm trying to ignore it and trying to stay focused. But I just shut it off so we can refocus. Sorry about that. So you can have a little bit of a complex carbohydrate again, if it's a little bit more of a cardio-based class, but after post, your focus is going to be a lot more to the protein end of it. And I really recommend eating like ASAP. I think you guys have heard my 3 rules. It's, get out of those stinky clothes. It's stretch extra, and then get that protein in ASAP. Everything I read, the rules have been changing over the years, but everything I read, it's like literally a half hour, like you want to, and part of it is just letting your body know, I got you, that's definitely part of the process. I'm almost done here. I want these calls to be short and sweet and super, super motivating. But I'm really excited that you guys got on. I've been finding lately too, I need a little bit of chia seeds, or like sunflower seeds, sometimes even a little coconut oil to help me with my recovery, because I've been doing, as you guys know, a lot of strength training. I'm starting to gain muscle that I've never had before. So I've been needing just a little bit extra calorically, and then just a little bit extra actually good fat, which also helps that muscle, helps get rid of the fat and then the muscle. That's Transformation Masters too. I'm going to start talking about macros and start losing you guys. Sorry. If you start working out longer than 35 minutes, I do actually recommend kind of breaking your fuel ups. So, you work out maybe for 30 minutes, take a little break, fuel up maybe with a protein shake, something that you can fuel up with real quick, and then get back into your workout. You're just going to feel so good. Feel so good. And it's great. Our program, most of the workouts are 35 minutes, sometimes 40, that if you're then doing 2 classes, you can have a little something in between. And it's literally just telling your body, I got you, helping your body be able to get into that, glycogen storage, to be able to have the fuel for the production, but also help with the rebuild of the muscle tissue. And then, when you're doing like housework, the same rules can apply. Housework is not the same, obviously, as one of my workouts, unless, you really like to clean there. But maybe like going on a hike with the family. Like, you want to make sure you're treating it like a workout. So you want to stretch before, you want to have, with the household, you just want a little, like just maybe a half a piece of fruit, and then maybe just a little cheese stick when you're done. It's not going to be as much of a caloric output, but you guys really want to prevent going into that starvation mode, and you really want to get your body in the mode to be making muscle and making the magic happen. So anytime you're increasing your activity levels a little bit, from the norm, you definitely want to make sure that you are taking care of your body and, matching all the pieces of the puzzle and letting your body know what you want it to focus on. We do have the My Zones coming in next week. We still have the pre-order going on. The reason why I bring it up is because they're going to help you understand what your output is. Typically, on average, everybody's output is going to be between 1,200 and 1,400 calories a day. That's walking around the house, that's pumping your blood, that is growing your hair follicles. That's typically, sleeping at night. That's a full 24-hour period, what you would output. And you can literally wear this belt for an entire day and see what your entire output is. But then you add that increased activity, you don't want to be pulling, if you're eating about 1,200 calories, 1,300 calories, and you're kind of matching, more than likely you're burning like 14 and then you're eating 12, which is perfect for weight loss. But let's say you're going, you're only eating 1,200 calories and now your burn is 1,700 calories. You never want to dip below that 1,000 caloric mark because that definitely will put you in starvation mode. I find even the 1,100, 1,200 calorie, that's got to be another talk for another day. But just a little hint to you guys is please make sure that you're adding the calories in and you're only staying, 200-300 under, but never going below 1,200 to 1,100 calories. Am I still with everybody? Does that make sense? So if you find out you're burning 1,600 calories a day, you can intake 1,200 and be safe. Don't do 1,100 intake. Okay? All right. And the last but not least, this is the only other component. So we talked about pre-workout, post-workout, and it is drinking water and plenty of it. So you want to hydrate actually before your workouts as well, not just take your pre-workout. That's why a smoothie is nice because you get that little extra hydration. You can check your urine if you want to kind of check your hydration. So you want that lemonade urine. Sorry, not TMI here. It's just really important to know where your hydration is at, because if you're not hydrated, not only is it going to affect your body's ability to make the muscle. If you ever noticed day after strength training class, sometimes you weigh more and it's because you're holding water. You haven't drinking enough and your body needs that water to make the magic happen. But the other component to this is hydrating is going to help your energy levels. It helps your body stay at maximum capacity. It really helps your metabolism operate at optimum, and just staying hydrated is essential. So maybe, with that pre-workout, have a glass of water unless you're drinking a smoothie. And then obviously after the workout, and even during the workout, just keep drinking. I can't even begin to stress enough how important this is to your journey and results. And not just the drinking, guys. I'm talking the pre-workout and the post-workout component. So hopefully I didn't overwhelm you tonight. I know sometimes I go off in tangents. I get excited and I love sharing this knowledge with you guys because knowledge is power. I truly, truly want you to succeed. I know how hard you're working, and I would love for everyone to do our Transformation U program because it really hits home that other component. But I'm going to give you lots and lots of support on Monday nights, at least for the fitness component and maximizing that fitness component if, weight loss and nutrition is not your goal. So thank you again for those of you who popped on. So you can, I think I'm just going to do this every Monday night, whether people register or not. And then hopefully you guys will pop on. So I'll do it on the Facebook Live, but I will also, you can register and we can do a Zoom. That way, if you guys have any questions, you can type it in here too. But that way, it can be engaging. So next week, the goal is to involve what types of workouts you want to be focusing on. And then continue, please feel free to share any topics that you would like to see covered on these Monday nights. And again, the goal is a little bit more fitness-based to maximize your fitness end of it. The weight loss and the nutrition is a separate entity. All right. thanks again so much. And this was so fun. This was so fun. I really, really hope I can help you guys just get, healthy, live your best life, and focus on what we can control right now, right? And we can control, for the most part, maximizing our nutrition and our health goals. All right. Have a great night. Sweet dreams. Go get your stretch on.